You, sir, you're a disgrace right now. At this current time, you are in a jail facility, and the correct term probably would be prisoner. We're trying to get you released.
$200 are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All that's been recorded, right? That's my money. That's my money.
We'll see that on the camera. I can go talk to him. Everything will be good. All right? What's that? Okay. Just sit tight.
These are the moments when a corrupt officer meets one who still has integrity. Let's roll in. On November 14th, 2020, Roseville police officer Drew Scott Romo was contacted multiple times by Scottsdale officers due to disruptive and intoxicated behavior. Romo was removed from Whiskey Row for being overly intoxicated, becoming aggressive and confrontational with security. He then attempted to enter a second bar, El Jefe, but was denied entry, and again became combative with staff. Officers intervened and encouraged Romo to go home, noting his behavior was fueled by heavy intoxication. Despite the warnings, Romo left the area and continued moving between bars along the strip.
You can go ahead and do that. And guess where you're going to end up? In my fucking jail.
Yeah, I want to know where.
You can either calm down and go home.
No, I want to.
What am I doing wrong? You're too intoxicated. You're trying to pick fights with people. Every club has asked you to leave multiple times. On what club? Every club you've gone to.
On what? What am I doing?
I've removed you twice from 2 different clubs. Do you not understand that?
What am I 602?
I don't know what that is. That's California code. I don't know what that is.
602 resident?
I don't know what that is.
What am I trespassing on?
This place kicked you out.
On what
Whiskey Row kicked you out.
regimen?
You're not even hearing me. I'm trying to keep you from going to jail.
I'm understanding. What am I on?
You're not understanding anything, my man.
I'm trying to.
But you're not.
What are they
What is the hard part about just going home so you don't get into trouble?
No, I'm trying to understand. What are they kicking me out for?
You're too intoxicated. In the state of Arizona.
What?
Listen to me for 1 second. Get it through your head right here, okay? You've had too much to drink and you're not processing anything anymore. Arizona law.
At a third bar, Romo was removed once again for over-intoxication, and witnesses reported he took a fighting stance and challenged patrons waiting in line outside. One witness said Romo puffed out his chest and asked bystanders if they wanted a problem, prompting a call to police. Romo's own friends admitted they had spent the night trying to get him to go home, but he refused to listen to anyone. Officers who responded ultimately arrested Romo on suspicion of assault and disorderly conduct. His night of escalating confrontations had finally caught up with him.
You just said you didn't want to go home. Now you want to go home? Are you serious? Now you want to go home.
Let's sit him down.
Dude, I have a fucking law enforcement ID.
You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening. If you say it one more time, I'm going to hold you in custody and make you tell the judge in the morning that you have a law enforcement ID. You're a disgrace right now. So you need to shut your damn mouth before I call your supervisor, and we go from there, and you don't lose your job in California while you're visiting Arizona. So you close your mouth and let us do our job now, because you can't make adult decisions.
What's your job?
My job is to take you to jail now, because you can't be an adult. Have a seat.
I have your...
Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. Sit down.
Hold on.
Sit down.
I have to fucking sit down?
Yes. Kick your feet out. Kick your feet out.
I have a fucking law enforcement ID in my wallet.
Hey. Okay. Well, sir, at this current time, you are in a jail facility, and the correct term probably would be prisoner. However, we're trying to get you released, but you're not showing any signs of sobering up that allows us to believe.
Once at the jail, Romo's disorderly conduct continued as he repeatedly banged on his cell door and called 911 multiple times without any emergency. He was eventually released to a taxi for a sober ride home after signing his citation. 4 days later, Romo was terminated from the Roseville Police Department, where he had served as an officer since July 2019. In March 2021, he pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and was fined $650, while the assault charge was dismissed. Romo has since left law enforcement entirely and now works as an assistant director at a church in California. On March 14, 2024, Officer Henry Chapman responded to assist during a traffic stop involving a driver who was allegedly speeding and had an outstanding federal arrest warrant. As part of the warrant, the driver's personal property, totaling $7,911, came into Officer Chapman's possession while he transported the driver to the University City Division Team office. During the transfer, as the assisting officer began searching the driver, both the driver and the officer heard a rubber band snap. The driver immediately accused Chapman of stealing money that had been bound by that rubber band.
But I said I wanted to count it out from in front of you so you can see how much is in there, because when we turn this over to the sheriff's office, it's then going to go to the marshals, that's going to go to the next sheriff's office. So this is us verifying that we're putting all your money in here.
Can you write my name on there also? Can y'all like I don't know the protocol with that, but like can y'all check y'all like his person? Because like if anything is on him,
Look,
like
sir.
it would be in big. No, I don't
Look, I'm gonna show you right here. Look at me. Look at me.
All of you guys probably have kids out there. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
So look, this is all I want to explain to you guys. Most of the time, when somebody know they didn't, like when somebody knows for a fact they didn't do anything, they're not finna just, you feel what I'm saying, like let you search them. And I don't have kids, you feel what I'm saying, but I know how that goes because my mom did foster care. So I'm like up to par with all of that. And on top of that, if I didn't do anything, like how me and you've been talking the whole time,
yes,
just
sir.
like how me and you was talking the whole time, if I didn't do anything, I have nothing that I'm worried about, you feel what I'm saying? There will be no reason for him to show.
The driver stated he had observed Officer Chapman holding the money between his legs and saw him move his left hand toward the door pocket of his patrol vehicle. The assisting officer corroborated the driver's account, and a sergeant soon approached the scene as the allegations unfolded. According to the warrant, Chapman appeared nervous and fidgeted inside his vehicle before stepping out and emptying his pockets, insisting he had no money. However, the driver pointed directly to the door pocket of the patrol car, where a sergeant then discovered $900. Chapman initially denied any knowledge of the money.
I want you to hold it so you know that.
Okay. Do you see anything?
No, yeah, no cap. I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All that's been recorded, right? That's my money. That's my money right there.
Sir, you've been watching me that whole time.
I seen you take it. I seen you crumble
Sir,
it up. Just
that
count
is
it.
not me.
If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right, and like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you steal.
No, sir.
Okay, all right. So, I want to hold onto your weapon right quick, okay?
Yep. Go ahead. Just take the whole holster off.
Sergeant Burke and one of his detectives will come and speak to you, all right? So, just chill out, relax. Do you need anything?
No, I just want to apologize to everyone. I say, man, one of these things, dude. And I'm sorry.
I hear, brother. Anything to drink or anything, man?
No.
Officer Chapman later admitted to taking the money, claiming he had no intention of stealing it, and apologized to the sergeant and 2 additional supervisors on scene. After reviewing the evidence, detectives arrested Chapman and charged him with 1 count of embezzlement. The very next day, March 15, 2024, he resigned from his position at CMPD. As of this report, the criminal case against him remains pending. On May 17, 2022, Pinellas County Deputy Sheriff Shelby Elice Coniglio was pulled over by Officer Kristen Higgins of the St. Petersburg Police Department for speeding, clocked at 56 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. Throughout the stop, Coniglio repeatedly identified herself as a deputy and questioned why she was being treated differently. She explained she did not have her ID with her, stated the vehicle belonged to her father, and said she was driving home after helping someone move and assemble furniture. Officer Higgins noted signs of impairment.
License registration? No? You don't? Do you have your ID on you? Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm a deputy, but
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you have any weapons on you?
I live right there.
Okay.
I would normally, but
Do you have some kind of ID or anything on you?
my ID is not here. But I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay. Do you have some kind of ID on you?
Five years? She's been on 5 years and it's taking this long?
She was just making a phone call.
To who?
I'm here with you. I don't know. She's coming now.
Alrighty. Go and step out of the car for me a second. We're just going to talk over there, okay? Can you tell your front lights? Come over here. This right.
Officer Higgins informed Caniglio that she was being given the opportunity to demonstrate she was fit to drive through a series of field sobriety tests. Caniglio initially resisted, questioning whether she had a choice and whether her position as a deputy should factor into the stop. She ultimately agreed to participate in an eye test, a walk and turn test, and a one-leg stand. During questioning, Caniglio denied having anything to drink despite the officer stating she could smell alcohol. She was read her rights and continued to deny consuming alcohol throughout the encounter.
I want to give you every chance to say that you're fine. Okay. So can I check your eyes? I'm hoping that you can show me that you're okay to drive. Okay, but I have to go forward with this. I have to at least investigate it.
I just want to know.
I explained to you. Arms down at your sides. So what I'm going to do is follow this red light with your eyes. Oh, careful.
That is...
Light with your eyes. Oh, careful.
That is...
Okay. What I'm going to have you do is follow it with your eyes and your eyes only. I don't want you to move your head at all, okay?
If your shoes are bothering you, you can take them off.
That's too fast. Seven, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012,
Hands down by your sides.
1000.
Following the field sobriety tests, Caniglio was taken into custody and cited for careless driving, then arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence. She submitted to a breath alcohol test, registering blood alcohol levels of 0.206% and 0.219%, more than double the legal limit. Caniglio, a 5-year veteran of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, was subsequently terminated from her position. Her next court date was scheduled for January 19, 2023. On September 12, 2021, Caldwell Parish Sheriff's Office Deputy Dustin Hatton was patrolling US 165 near LA 847 when he spotted a sedan pulled onto the shoulder with a male subject standing outside the vehicle. As Hatton approached to investigate, he realized the man was Alla Chief of Police Jody Obeer, who was urinating at the rear of the car. When Obeer turned to face the deputy, he stumbled and fell against the vehicle. Hatton noted a moderate odor of alcohol on Obeer's person, along with slurred and difficult speech. Obeer admitted to having one drink at an establishment in West Monroe before driving.
That's about all. 3.
I mean, did you get a call on me a while ago?
No. We just pulled over to check on a vehicle, and I mean,
I pulled over and I had to pee so fucking bad because we dropped her friend off at the Circle K in Monroe. And I had to pee so fucking bad. And I pulled over and y'all pulled up and I was peeing and I saw the lesson boil up. And you said, Jody, and I'm like, yeah! So fucking bad. I mean, you can call Thomas and pull that car on a record. I really don't care. But I'm fucking exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted.
if I offered SFST right now, how would you perform?
Top somebody says no. We've all been trained that way. You don't do FFST. We all know that. If you say no, plain and simple.
Would you provide a breath sample?
We've all been trained. You say no.
Deputy Hatton also spoke with the female passenger, Kirsty Bryan, who acknowledged she had been drinking as well, though less than Obeer. Without being asked, she offered to drive the vehicle herself, though she noted it would be difficult since she did not know how to operate a manual transmission. Hatton then offered Obeer the opportunity to perform standardized field sobriety tests, which Obeer declined, stating he had been trained not to submit to them. The deputy also noted a moderate odor of alcohol inside the vehicle itself.
It is what it is. Like, I'll do it, but I'm going to say no, and I mean, I'll hire a lawyer, but I mean, I know, but we've all been trained that way. I'm saying no, I'm not going to provide any of that, and you hire a lawyer, and it's going to say you're guilty.
Daddy, here's the deal. You're standing on the side of the highway peeing. Okay, urinating. All right. The odor of alcohol that's coming off of you, man, is extreme. The car reeks of alcohol.
I mean, yeah, we just had 3 people in that car that had just dropped off. Well,
Spin around for me, Joe.
yes, sir.
You can put me in your bag, please.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way I can help?
Ma'am,
Is there any way I can help?
call a ride.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
You have my phone. Call this or handle it.
Obeer was placed under arrest and transported to the Caldwell Correctional Center, where he was offered a breath test using the Intoxilizer 9000, which he refused. He was booked on suspicion of driving while intoxicated, and the vehicle was released to a friend who left the scene with Brian. Records indicate Brian and Obeer shared the same residence at the time of the arrest. Despite the charge, Obeer, who had been appointed to fill a vacancy as chief of police, went on to win election to the position in November 2022. On October 25, 2019, at 10:36 p.m., an off-duty deputy chief received a phone call from Lieutenant Mark Pacheco advising that graveyard officers had located a possible intoxicated driver on Highway 70 near the Mesa Grande exit. The driver was identified as Stephanie Carabajal, and officers were standing by, awaiting the arrival of a sergeant. The deputy chief immediately contacted another deputy chief who oversaw investigations, then called back to request that New Mexico State Police handle the investigation directly. He then proceeded from his residence to the scene.
I need you to wake up. Who else is with you? Just you?
Going on for the last 20 minutes.
No, I need you to get up.
Oh, turn off the
I need you to get up. 950 Central 49. There's going to be no male with this vehicle, just a female passed out.
Yeah, turn off the fucking.
No, get up.
Wake up. So, right now, let 950 know, let Central know that there is no male out here, but there is a female passed out in the passenger seat. What's going on?
What's happening here?
We got a call that somebody saw a male throwing up on the side of the road. Afraid he was going to get hit, but we don't.
The deputy chief arrived at approximately 11:15 p.m. and was briefed by the sergeant, who confirmed that Carabajal was seated inside her vehicle awaiting state police. He observed her vehicle, a blue Nissan pickup, parked partially on the roadway shoulder along Highway 70. As state police arrived and began their investigation, the deputy chief stood by, watching as officers made contact with both a witness and Carabajal. He observed Carabajal exit her vehicle, walk toward the state police unit, and sit on the front bumper while speaking with the officer, though he could not hear the conversation due to distance and engine noise.
Okay, like the way you pulled me over?
Carabajal was placed in handcuffs and into the rear of the state police unit. After updating his fellow deputy chief by phone, the deputy chief walked back toward the sergeant when Carabajal attempted to speak with him through the open window, stating she had not been driving. He instructed her to wait for the state police officer and avoided further conversation to prevent interfering with the investigation. He left the scene and returned home at approximately 12:10 a.m. on October 26, 2019. On April 27, 2018, Lower Township Police Lieutenant John Chu was stopped in the Irma section of Lower Township while driving his Chevrolet pickup truck after several 911 calls reported an erratic driver operating at a high rate of speed. Chu's blood alcohol level tested at over 4 times the legal limit. Despite the severity of the arrest, it was withheld from the department's public police blotter, where all other arrests from that time period were posted, and was never disclosed in the weeks that followed. No media outlet was aware the arrest had even occurred until footage surfaced more than a year later.
I urge you to submit the samples of your breath for testing. Will you submit to the samples of your breath?
Yes.
All right, it is 19:21 hours. Starting in 20 minutes here. All right, John started the 20-minute period at, now. What time was it, Tim? Not, well, 19:21. We'll just start it again at 19:22. All right. All right, John, you have the right to remain silent. You understand that? Okay. Duly noted. Anything you say can and will be used as evidence against you in a court of law. Do you understand that? Okay. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. Do you wish to answer any questions? I'm going to take that as a no.
And you check them out already, sir?
Yeah, John, can you open your mouth? Lift up your tongue, please. Lift up the tongue.
Okay, lift one, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
On September 13, 2018, Chu pleaded guilty to driving under the influence. He was fined nearly $700, required to use an ignition interlock device for 6 months following a 7-month license suspension, and ordered to spend 12 hours a week at an intoxicated driver resource center, a standard sentence for a first-time DUI offense in New Jersey. Chu retired from the department immediately following his arrest. Notably, in March 2009, nearly a decade earlier, Chu himself had investigated a hit-and-run case, tracking vehicle debris and tire tracks for hours before the trail led him to the doorstep of a fellow Lower Township officer, whom he arrested on multiple charges. On February 26, 2022, Orange County Sheriff's Office Deputy Zachary Lewis Erickson fled his own mother's wedding and was caught by West Melbourne police driving more than 80 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. Erickson was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence after refusing both field sobriety tests and a breath alcohol test. Following his arrest, the Orange County Sheriff's Office relieved Erickson of his law enforcement duties. Erickson's brother, Jared, remained employed as a deputy with the same department, and his father previously served as a deputy first class with OCSO until his death while on duty in 2011.
Are you taking any medication? Okay. Have you had anything to drink tonight?
Yeah, please.
Have you had anything to drink tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you drink today? What kind of drinks? Anything on you?
No.
No? Can I pat you down?
Yeah.
She already pat? Okay. Okay, gotcha. I see a phone. You're good. Alright. So, you say you're heading to a circle, like a Circle K, or what do you mean? Like, where were you going right now before she pulled you over? Defects, disabilities that would prevent you from being able to walk a straight line or stand in one foot? No? Okay. Are you willing to do these exercises? No.
Zachary, stand up, buddy.
You're under arrest for DUI, okay?
That's on my mom.
The same mom that you're upset with and you were trying to get so far away from?
Why are you upset with your mom?
On May 25, 2022, Erickson was accepted into Brevard County's first-time DUI offender program, requiring him to complete 20 hours of community service, DUI school, and a victim impact panel, followed by a term of DUI probation. On August 3, 2022, Erickson pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of reckless driving involving alcohol or a controlled substance. Adjudication was withheld, and he was fined a total of $674.81 and placed on 9 months of probation with additional court-ordered requirements. On January 1st, 2021, Gainesville Police Corporal Scott Bertzik was driving near 6200 West Newberry Road when he reached down for his lighter and crashed into a vehicle that had just begun moving through a green light. No injuries occurred at the scene, though the occupants of the vehicle he struck later sought medical care. Officer Brooke Shutterly responded and immediately recognized Bertzik, noting he had difficulty maintaining his balance, was slurring his words, and struggled to grasp his own driver's license when it was handed back to him.
You giving me some indicators?
Oh.
Listen.
Shit, woman.
Listen. Valdez is coming out just to... I'm not going to lie to you about it.
She's on her way?
Yeah, she's on her way. Because right now you're being detained.
Wait, what?
I'm holding on to you because I have a supervisor coming to see if I need to do a full-fledged DUI investigation or not.
Attention all units, CPD channel 1 and 3933, all units are on back.
You're killing me.
Trying.
Come on. So,
but too late now.
Question, because you just had somebody else roll up.
Okay. I think they're...
After performing poorly on standardized field sobriety exercises, Bertzik was arrested and, at his own insistence, placed in handcuffs. He later provided 2 breath samples, registering blood alcohol levels of 0.156% and 0.153%. Following his Miranda warning, Bertzik admitted he had been drinking rum mixed with Diet Cola. He was charged with driving under the influence with property damage and ultimately pleaded no contest to the misdemeanor charge, receiving fines totaling $974, 50 hours of community service, mandatory substance abuse and DUI classes, and a 6-month license suspension. He was later sued by the driver and passenger of the vehicle he struck, and the case was settled.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Do you want to finish? Cuff you in the front? Killing me.
I know. My fault not doing it.
I'll try to take it for you.
It's got the hinge locks. Okay.
An internal investigation by the Gainesville Police Department found that Bertzik had violated department policy prohibiting officers from pleading guilty to offenses, including driving under the influence. He received a written notice, a 5-day suspension without pay, and was placed on a last-chance agreement. During the investigation, Bertzik claimed he had not been impaired at the time of the crash and stated he consumed a strong drink during the course of the crash investigation itself. On October 18, 2020, Tallahassee police officer Jonathan Scott was patrolling south on Capitol Circle when he observed a red 2014 Jeep SUV stopped in the left turn lane at Centerville Road, waiting on a steady red arrow. The vehicle proceeded through the intersection against the red arrow, prompting Scott to initiate a traffic stop. The driver was later identified as Morgan Wysocki, a sergeant with the Leon County Sheriff's Office who was suspected of being under the influence of alcohol.
Here, is it in this pocket? All right.
In the bag.
Okay, all right. All right, cool. All right, just grab your wallet for me. Huh? Just grab the wallet. You do that? Huh? Yeah. Let's take the lights out.
Take it out.
It is. Yeah. All right. Can you take your license off on me? All right, just sit tight for a second. No, all right, just sit tight for me.
Due to the close relationship between the Tallahassee Police Department and the Leon County Sheriff's Office, TPD Sergeant Wagner made the decision to hand the investigation over to the Florida Highway Patrol to avoid any potential conflict of interest. Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Anthony Moschetto was dispatched to the scene and arrived at 11:50 p.m., where he took over the investigation from Officer Scott.
You just drag it just over the curb. What I want to do is I don't want to do anything. What I want you to do is think about the position you're putting me in. Okay? I got called out here. I got called out. Okay? And since I've talked to you, I understand that what you're saying. I understand that. I'm not this person, stand back over here. Stand back over here. I might have to do one more time. Stand back over here. So you're on the rest of the time.
Can I have one?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Okay?
They're gonna do it, man. They're gonna do it. 22 years. Hey. Just leave up on the sidewalk for a second. Just stay with him for a second. You have anything on you we need to know about? Ma'am. Apparently, what you can get,
Sergeant Morgan Wysocki ultimately pleaded no contest to driving under the influence and was adjudicated guilty. He was sentenced to 12 months of probation, 50 hours of community service, DUI School Level 1, a 6-month license suspension, participation in a victim awareness program, and a 30-day vehicle impoundment, along with court costs and fines. Records show Wysocki had previously been arrested for DUI at the age of 20. On September 21, 2024, in Springfield, Massachusetts, officers investigated a vehicle parked at a casino with a missing tire and a destroyed rim. As they began looking into the incident, they discovered the vehicle belonged to Nicholas Cucci, the sheriff of Hampton County, who was inside the casino at the time. When officers asked the sheriff to come outside, he initially claimed he had not been driving and stated a friend had been behind the wheel. Lieutenant Corey Mackey noted a smell of alcohol coming from the sheriff and informed him that an investigation would need to proceed by the book.
Okay, who was driving you?
A friend of mine.
A friend of yours? He's in the casino now?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see that too. All right, but I need you to stay here for a second, all right? Sir, none of us wants to be involved in this, all right? But I can smell alcohol coming from your breath. I've got this right here.
Yeah.
Everything's on camera. I got to take it by the numbers.
Change the tire.
I got to take it by the numbers. We're going to review. If your friend in there was driving, as you say, we'll see that on the camera. I can go talk to him. Everything will be good. All right? What's that? Okay. All right, sit tight. All right.
Seriously? Okay. I'll tell you what. Leave the car here. Leave it.
Nope, sir. Sir, I'm going to ask you to stay here. Stay put, all right?
Why?
Till we figure this out. Because based on what I'm seeing here and smelling alcohol on your breath, I'm going to have to do an investigation through this.
Want to go down a road, huh? Okay.
I want to take everything right by the numbers and by the book, sir. Okay? By the numbers and by the book, sir.
That's what we do.
That's correct. Yeah.
As the investigation continued, the sheriff attempted to leave the scene and return to the casino, but was instructed to stay put. Officers were unable to locate remnants of the tire along the path the sheriff described, though they did observe scrape marks on the roadway consistent with the damaged rim. The sheriff admitted to having a couple of beers and showed signs of impairment, including slurred speech and redness in his eyes. When asked to perform field sobriety tests, the sheriff refused twice and also declined a portable breath test. He was subsequently placed under arrest for operating a vehicle under the influence.
Over here. I want to talk to you a little bit more. All right? I'd like you, I'm going to be very straightforward with you. All right? You came from East Columbus, you turned in here, we can't find the tire. Okay. That's fine. There's clear indications that that rim is pretty destroyed. Yeah, okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in your pocket so you have it with you. Is there a phone somewhere that you'd like to bring? In my pocket, yeah. In your pocket? All right. Can I put this tin in your vehicle so we don't have to take it? All right, so you got your wallet over here. This is your phone right in the back. All right, this is just a golf tee. I'm going to put that right in here as well. Okay. I think I have a jacket on there. Just make sure. Nope, nothing's there. It's actually clean. Second, sure. Oh, careful.
Later that night, investigators located fresh scrape marks in the roadway consistent with the path of the sheriff's vehicle, potentially establishing probable cause for a separate charge of leaving the scene of a crash, though no such charge was ultimately filed. Sheriff Cucci was arraigned and received a continuance without a finding of guilt for 1 year, meaning the charge would be dismissed if he avoided further legal trouble. His license was temporarily suspended, and he was required to complete an OUI education program. He also paid nearly $2,500 to cover damage to the county vehicle. As of early 2025, Cucci has faced no further legal issues and was appointed vice president of the Massachusetts Sheriff's Association in January of that year.